how did you like House of Villains?
I liked it. I thought it was, obviously, like, I didn't like the fact that I didn't win.
I
I think
I know.
I mean, that really, and what makes me saying that more confusing is, like, it has nothing to do with the money, and the money's great. Anyone would love a $200,000 direct deposit to their bank, but I'm a competitive person, and I was so close and put in all the work, and to not get it kind of stinks. And that was the kind of like the extent of my experience. It was like, oh shucks, like I didn't win, not that big of a deal. And then fast forward, I don't know, six to 9 months until the finale aired. And again, it's not like we were there; we knew it happened.
Yeah.
And basically, I that moment went pretty viral, and anybody that wanted to use it as an attack on me kind of tried to take it. And I had already like come to grips with the fact that it was such like the internet is so sure that begging on a comedy game show is like the worst thing in the world. And my message to them is you all should beg for a job. Like go get a job. Maybe you all should be begging more often. To me, I'm kind of a real true alpha knows when to be a beta to stand a shot at winning and when to kind of back down. And it was unfortunate that the internet, and I quite frankly, I feel like the internet understands that, but they wanted to try and use it as a shot to like hurt my ego. And it's kind of like an impenetrable force that sits
Yes.
around my head.
Yeah, and
um,
I don't think that could happen to you.
no, no,
Yeah,
not at all. And
and that's
it,
why you gotta ignore all that.
that is relatively easy, in the sense of like, at the end of the day, we don't go on House of Villains for money, right? We go on House of Villains to try something new, to be
Right.
in front of new fan bases. And, in 10 years, when people look back on this season, there's going to be a couple of moments, and I'm going to be a part of those moments. And ultimately, that's our job as reality stars.
Yeah, no, you're right, you're right. So I'm gonna ask you, 'cause you I remember when you guys had your hands on Joel, wherever you on his penis, wherever you had your hand on. No, I'm kidding. When you had your hand on his body, on the holding that butter, and
Mhm.
I know, like, you would have won that if
Yeah.
if you really wanted it, but then you let Jesse win.
Well,
Like, what was your strategy behind that?
it was,
Or you think, or right, that you made him win, right?
it's kind of a little confusing to say. I didn't have the motivation to care that much because I was so sure that because he had swore on his daughter and all this kind of stuff, and on his family, and I was going to take him, like, so it's like, so I was going to abide by mine. Because obviously he got 0 votes. Me taking him would have been genius, obviously. So
Right.
it was an easier promise for me to make than for him, because no one was going to vote for him. So of course I'm going to promise to take you with me in all of the positions. I was so comfortable, and he was shaking like a leaf. And then we got put in this one last position where you had to put the sole of your foot on the thing, which not only it was acknowledgably the hardest position, but I was wearing CrossFit shoes with no
Oh,
traction.
yeah,
They're
so it
flat.
was, oh, right, it was your foot, not your hand, right? It was
My
your foot.
foot, yeah. So
Oh,
I
right,
and
okay.
so and so at first it was kind of fine, but then it slipped is what it boiled down to. And so like in hindsight, I wish I had not been wearing any shoes at all, or had taken the second to take them off. But yeah, I was in
Oh,
con
yeah, because
but
you're right, rubber and the slot. Oh my god, the other day, we got snow here, and I went outside with Uggs. I slipped twice on my ass because I was
I
bringing the
wish we had that
garbage.
filmed.
I know. I know, I told my husband, I'm like, "If you look at the cameras, you'll see me going down on my ass twice."
We should get those clips and put them on the internet.
Yeah.
That would be
Wait,
great.